back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is StrangerPalooza. We're actually in Las Vegas at the 2023 SEMA show, and we're here in the Lightship booth with Ben.
Hey, Hank.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Ben, you're a founder, right, of Lightship?
One of the founders.
Awesome. You guys have probably seen a video with Ben and Monroe Live, one of my favorite channels.
Yeah,
I'm not as smart or, as experienced as him, but I'm better looking and funnier. So
I'm going to stay out of this. Sandy, love you too.
Lola and I are now official brand ambassadors for Coachmen Class B. So I wanted to take a moment to tell you guys why we, as Vanasaurs, like it says on our t-shirt, are very excited about our partnership with Coachmen Class B.
First off, Coachmen RVs has been a leader to the great outdoors since 1964.
So next is the fact that Coachmen really cares about you as an owner, whether you bought new or used. After you buy your van, they really take care of you.
With Coachmen Class B, you have all the options. Coachmen builds on all three van platforms. On the Mercedes Sprinter is the Coachmen Galleria. The Ford Transit is the Coachmen Beyond. And Ram ProMaster is the Coachmen Nova.
Lastly, best value for money. We've had our van for 2 years, and Coachmen builds to the highest standards of quality and craftsmanship. You can't go wrong with a Coachmen Class B. So if you're interested, check out the link in our description and find the Coachmen van that's best for you. So,
good looking man, though.
Yeah, Lightship.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, some people have seen this already, but I want to kind of give like a thorough run through of it, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start from what's the concept here? What's the mission you guys are trying to accomplish?
Yeah, okay, so top level, Lightship is America's first electric RV manufacturer. Mm-hmm. We build travel trailers like this. This is our first one. It's, you could call it our flagship product. We call it the L1.
L1.
It's, it's the perfect travel trailer for electrification.
Right.
And for EVs in particular.
So this is meant for EVs or meant for whatever you've got to get down
It's compatible with both.
Okay.
I think this was actually a key thing for us, was knowing that most, we know that EV pickup trucks are coming, and that's an exciting
Some cases they're here, yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, the Rivian's out.
Lightning.
Ford F-150 Lightning. Cybertruck's coming out. I heard you're a reservation holder.
That's what I'm holding out for, the Cybertruck, yeah.
I'm psyched for that, too.
Yes.
So they're all coming in, and we knew that there was a key problem to solve there, because they're great trucks, but they have a problem with towing range.
Right.
Most, an EV truck can only tow a normal trailer for maybe 100 miles, and, and after that point it starts to...
Aerodynamics.
Yeah, and it's all aero, right?
Yeah.
If you're, a normal trailer is kind of a brick, or like a sail to pull, and so you kill the efficiency of the truck.
Yeah.
And
a truck is kind of a brick in the first place.
Well, yeah, it depends on which one.
Right.
It's a brick or an arrow.
Right, exactly.
But so we set out to design a trailer that was efficient enough and had a power aspect to it, where it could fully rescue the range of an EV truck, so that instead of becoming a 100-mile truck when you're towing, an EV truck remains a 300-mile truck.
Okay.
What we did in the same motion, though, was to design a vehicle that is really awesome for a gas or a diesel truck, a more traditional towing setup as well, because our approach was, okay, we're going to design a very aerodynamic trailer. Right now you're seeing the L1 in its camping mode. It has something called the road mode as well.
Right, so it hunkers down.
Yeah, the whole top of the vehicle will drop down.
Kind of like, I don't know what they call those trailers, that the top, it goes down and it could pop up later.
Yeah.
It's been around for a little while.
There's one kind of a cult classic that was part of our inspiration, called the high-low trailer.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I remember looking at that back in the days.
I rented one early on.
You did?
Yeah. We've actually, this is kind of an inside baseball, but we have talked to the grandson of the guy who started Hilo. He reached out to us.
Oh, cool.
Was
yeah,
Chuck.
Because this is kind of the future of that.
Yeah,
concept.
he said, he told us, he's like, my ancestors would be proud of what y'all have done, which made us feel good.
Yeah.
But so the concept is kind of the same, where the whole top half of the vehicle drops down. It goes into what we call the road mode there, where you can see in the road mode, the vehicle is the same height as the truck that's pulling it, and so it becomes very efficient.
Okay.
And that rescues maybe half of your range or your MPGs based on whether it's a traditional truck or an EV.
Yeah, right. Because it just makes the airflow over it, and
it's a streamlined shape.
Yeah, instead of becoming like a sail.
It slips through the air instead of pushing it.
Right.
The other key thing that we did is, and this is part of what makes it a true electric vehicle, we put an EV battery and a motor on board. So this is it's a new type of vehicle in the sense that it's a powered or
so it's sort of self-propelled.
Okay. Yeah. So this trailer will basically support its own weight, or it supports its own drag on the truck, so that when the motor on the rear axle is engaged, the truck doesn't feel the weight.
Okay,
of the
so you're not working
anymore.
as hard to get it to move. Is it also braking itself?
It can do. It can do.
Okay.
Both with traditional trailer brakes, or you can turn on regen
Okay,
braking.
it has regen as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's key. It's kind of cool. Think about it with a gas or diesel truck. You can then you can sort of recharge the trailer through the road via the truck. So you could be using the truck engine, turn the motor on regen on the trailer, and now you're basically fast charging the trailer.
Because I think with an EV, I'm not exactly sure. You're the engineer, but if you're just pulling it, right? If you're towing it, the further you tow it, like you get those miles back, right? If it's
if you were going downhill, you mean, or
or like let's say an EV is out of power altogether, and you just put it in neutral and towed it. Would it be charging back up?
I
think I've seen some videos
I think you
on
actually
this.
can do that. And it is kind of the same concept here, where this would be you'd be regenning, and the motor is acting as a generator, and you're putting energy back into the battery.
Right. But the big thing is it's doing some of the work, so you're not moving the weight. Did you guys also go for weight as well? Try to bring the weight of it down?
Yeah, that's a key thing for us. There's sort of a ceiling, right? Like we know that most people are towing with half-ton trucks, or they want to tow with a full-size truck, but there are way more half-ton trucks than heavy-duty trucks out on the road. And of course, you could tow this with a heavy-duty truck, but we also set the weight limit. It's a 7,500-pound gross vehicle weight, which means that it is also half-ton towable. So think a big SUV like a Tahoe, or like the Rivian R1S, something like that can pull this vehicle, and then any full-size pickup truck can pull it as well, so like an F-150.
Okay, so you could kind of do it, but we're looking at the weight ratings or tow ratings that all these things have.
The key thing was to stay under that limit, so that it was towable by the trucks that most people are pulling with.
Okay. Yeah. So when you guys do the test, you said this is about 7,500 pounds?
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. When you guys do the test, when it goes down, I mean, is it, what I'm trying to say is, obviously it still has the weight, right? But it wouldn't be, what's the difference between if this was up and you were towing it and when it goes down? Does that make it any easier? Plus you've got it moving itself?
We've actually designed it so that you could pull it at low speed when it's telescoped up like this in the camping mode, but you're almost always going to pull it in the road mode.
No, what I was wondering though is what's the difference in energy that you would use? So let's say you're looking at traditional, right, and you towing it like that, and then when you put it down and use you guys the fact that it's moving itself, are you saving like 50%?
It'd be huge. It'd be close, nearly a factor of 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the key thing between when you're fixed height and full height like that. You are pushing twice as much air versus when you're half height and just the height of the truck.
Okay.
And that is I would say that's the key motivation for having it be a transforming vehicle.
Why aren't we seeing this even in like ice, the regular ice stuff in RVs, right? Like a bigger, obviously we've seen it already, like you were talking about with the high-low, but how come we haven't seen that to save?
I think it's been a little bit of an idea before its time where for a gas or diesel vehicle, it matters a lot more these days because gas is getting so expensive. But
diesel especially is
diesel even worse. So there, you want to save at the pump, but maybe it's not quite worth it for people. when you just as a feature in isolation,
Yeah.
when you think about it for an EV, it is essential.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's the only way that you're going to
Yeah.
go long distance electric RVing.
Yeah.
We have it's a 300-mile towing range, so it can self-support for 300 miles, which
Okay.
is that's a.
And it's
we
not
think-
pulling anything extra off your battery, like you
No,
said. So
truck's not feeling it.
Yeah, so if your range is already, let's say, 300 miles,
Yeah.
you've still got that, and this can do it itself. It can self-propel itself for that.
It is
as well.
effectively it's nearly zero range loss on
Okay.
the part of the truck.
Okay.
So your truck it keeps all of its range.
Okay, so while we're out here and while we're talking about that, we did go around. You've got the charge port on the back, but
Yep.
you were saying that it's going to move, right? Or it's
Yeah.
actually in the middle, on the side, in the middle somewhere.
Yep.
I'll
Right now
roll
it's-
that in for people.
Yeah, sure. Right
Yeah.
now it's in the middle on the side. We're moving it for the production intent design. We're moving it up to what we call the tongue box
Okay.
here. Better for ergonomics. It's better in charging stations. It also means you can always access the charge port even when the canopy is
down.
down in the road mode. So
Okay.
this we feel makes
So the
more
way it
sense.
is now, and this is a prototype. I think when are you guys going to finally put this out? Like people can
We go right
take
now.
delivery?
Right now we're taking reservations. You put down $500. You get your production slot from it. You do that on our website, lightshiprv.com.
Yeah, we'll run that in for you guys.
Cool. This is our alpha prototype.
Okay.
We are going to production at the end of next year.
Okay.
We build these in a town just north of Denver in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to come out and see how
Yeah, you
how
should.
like once you guys are in production, how that works.
Love to tour you through the factory.
Yeah, maybe even before that.
Yeah.
So right now it comes down and it covers up that charge port. It's going to move to here
Yep.
so that it'll be easier. And I think a big thing for folks with this kind of stuff that they think about is how am I going to get into that charging station? I can barely get stuff in there now.
Yeah.
So what I was asking you before we started here is, can I disconnect this from my tow vehicle and just move it in there, make it easier, and then maybe leave it for a little while and come back?
Yeah, that sort of self-maneuvering is a feature that we're working on. We want to make sure that it is it's sort of ready for prime time before we release it to the world. But
Right.
we know that for certain use cases, and like a good example of that is a back-end charging station, you're going to want to be able to maneuver the trailer
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
A tight side yard at a house, things
Right.
like that. You might want that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So while we're looking at everything here, what's in
Yeah,
the
you're like, what's in the box?
What's in there?
Well, I think you'll appreciate this because normally on a traditional travel trailer where you have a gasoline or a propane
Right.
system, you put the propane bottles up on the tongue of the trailer here. Of course, we have an all-electric
Yeah.
system, so it's a big, the whole roof is covered in solar.
Yeah.
It's got the big EV battery.
Okay.
That powers everything on board, and so there's no need for propane anymore. And so we reused that same space for the air conditioner
Oh,
unit.
okay.
So instead of having a big, cutout in the roof and a big railing.
Yeah, I was just looking. I don't see one.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, we wouldn't want to do that either because it would really affect the aerodynamics
Yeah.
of the vehicle. You want to keep it a smooth, uninterrupted
Right, slippery.
roof line. Yep. And they're also typically they're pretty loud. If it's sitting in the middle of your roof, the whole roof
Yes,
is
I know,
vibrating.
trust me.
I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
So we were like, that's not a great solution.
Yeah.
Let's take advantage of the new space that we
Okay.
have here. So we have they call it a heat pump system. It's a bidirectional heat pump system. If y'all have seen things like mini splits in homes where you'd have an indoor and an outdoor unit, it's a similar technology, but adapted for an EV. So what that means is that the loud parts of the heating and air conditioning
All out here.
system, which is like the big blower
Yeah.
fans, the compressor, all of that sit under here.
Sit out here. Okay.
As well as some of our other electronics. We'll have on
The
production version,
charger is going to have to be here.
the charger
I'm
will also
assuming.
have what we call power takeoff. So
Okay.
this is a way to pull power off of the Lightship, either you could run another RV off it, you could charge your electric vehicle.
Okay.
If you have an electric
Yeah,
truck or
like
an
a
EV.
range extender almost if you can't get to one.
Yeah, like if you're
Yeah.
let's say you're at a base camp or a campground, you can level 2 charge your truck off of your trailer. So this is like 30 miles an hour
Yeah.
charging.
Give you a
which-
little bit of distance or something. Yeah.
Basically, you're never going to be stranded
Yeah.
because of it, because
Right.
you can almost guarantee that you're at some point in the week you're getting a good amount of sun in,
Yeah.
so you're getting good energy
Yeah.
into the trailer, and then you can use that energy to pull
Yeah.
it off of the trailer and put it back into the truck to make sure you can get out of there.
Right. And one of the good things is if you are at an RV campground, most of them have electrical hookups.
Oh,
so you can at least hook this up and it'll be charged. And then you're saying, instead of like trying to connect to that as well, you could just connect to this.
Yeah, two of the things that inspired me and my co-founder to to do something like this early on was thinking about, okay, first off, we want electric. We're EV people. We love electrification. We want it to spread to sort of broader America and to more demographics of people. And one thing that's so interesting about the trailer is that I think the two things that are kind of holding up the broad mass market adoption of EVs in America are range and charging. Right? There's charging infrastructure problems, as y'all as EV owners certainly know.
And range, charging, and education, especially to bring new people on board. I think if you're used to it, you get it, but there's always that learning curve, I think, that scares people.
You got to learn about both, right? But what's so amazing about a travel trailer is that range doesn't have to be a problem because if, again, we solve the range issue with an EV truck, and if you really don't want to worry about it, you just keep towing with your traditional vehicle, or you're good there,
or a hybrid or something like that. It's all good.
Use an EcoBoost hybrid, anything like that. And then for charging, what's so cool is that most RV campgrounds in America have destination charging built in. So that they have a high power plug.
They might have to up a little bit their wiring.
Some might.
For the older guys, but I think we're starting to see that.
We've built this thing to be sensitive to that too, where we will monitor the quality of the power coming in to make sure that we're protecting the campground power source as well. So you're not going to be blowing a breaker all the time at the campground if it's a little bit underpowered.
Yeah, very good. And I agree with you. I think that one of the best things so far as like recycling and all that kind of stuff is not getting new stuff, right? Or not having to get new things all the time. So if you have your existing vehicle and you can get into this until it's time to get rid of that vehicle. And what else do we have outside here?
So you'll feel it even more when we get in, but huge panoramic windows all around.
Yeah, I love that.
I love the way that the windows open up.
Yeah, awning style.
A little bit of a side story is that one of the original ideas for this company, Lightship, is that we would make electric food trucks.
Right.
And so this is a coincidence.
Oh, I see.
We didn't plan this, but the way that this window opens is kind of like...
Whoever gets it first could do that if they want, I guess, right?
But so the idea is it's like an indoor-outdoor kitchen, right? Where you can have somebody who's prepping the food
just
in there.
passing it out.
You'll see there's a nice bar where you can be stacking up the plates, and then whoever's out at the campground at the picnic table can be pulling the food in or out.
So these open, the opposite ones open as well, or just these two here?
Actually, on the prototype, that one does not, but yes, in the production version, this one, that one, and then these two on either side of the kitchen open up. And the bathroom windows are frosted, of course.
This is cool. As long as we've got some kind of mosquito netting screen or something like that there, that'll be great. You can do something with Velcro.
We'll have both a blackout shade that you can pull down or a bug screen that you can pull up. You're covered in terms
that'd be great.
Keep the windows open.
It's beautiful. The styling's beautiful here on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, it's our we have a really great design team, and one of our designers, our head designer, led design at Rivian for a few years. And you can see some of the modern kind of automotive-inspired styling in the vehicle. It's funny because this wouldn't look that crazy if it were on a car, but on a trailer, because it's never been done before on an RV, it's like nothing.
It's mind-blowing, but the RVs have always been a little bit on the cutting edge, believe it or not. So back here, I like these two big light bars here.
Big tail lamp.
Why is this notched out?
That's notched out for the frame rails.
Okay, because it's going down.
Yeah, when the canopy drops down, you need a space for the frame rails to fit through.
Oh, okay. Okay, very cool.
There's a frame rail on either side of the bumper here.
Oh, okay. So do you have, I think you do have storage on the outside here, because I see some doors, right?
Yeah.
Is that storage?
Actually, so this is a wheel cover.
Okay.
We do have a big
over
garage.
Here.
It's sort of an exterior garage that goes under the bed through there. And on the production version, we found a couple of other nooks and crannies in the body where you can get some more exterior storage.
More storage on. Okay.
We'll have a bit in the tongue box up front there as well. Think of it like our version of a front trunk where you can...
Is it going to power open?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. No.
And so I like this. This has the awning, and then the door kind of splits open. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah. Split door. We're celebrating the fact that it's a two-part vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a pretty unique design.
Yeah. Someone will use this for their horse, I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah. No, I think
every time I see it, that's what I think. Like, I've seen that on horse trailers, and there's some very nice ones out there.
Maybe they'll buy one without an interior, and you can just put a couple of horses in there.
Are you going to sell it without an interior?
We've talked about it.
Okay.
Some sort of like a shell vehicle where you just sell the platform.
Where you could build it up. Like I do my podcast out of my van, for example.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how to just live traveling and still work.
If we get enough interest for something like that, then we'll do it. I think, I mean, frankly, for a lot of people, like work travel, for instance, this may work for you with just a couple of small modifications, maybe like a monitor mount, things like that, because you've got a pretty comfortable big seating area.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this is not far off. I could, basically we just have computers.
Yeah.
You just need internet.
Yeah.
Do you guys, speaking of that, what do you have up on the roof? You have like Starlink or anything there?
We'll offer a Starlink mount for the front. So you bring your Starlink dish, your transceiver.
Oh, we're trying to keep things off the roof.
Yeah,
so that makes sense.
Well, for two reasons actually. One is to keep it sleek for aero. The other is that everything that we can't see above us in the headliner here is all solar.
Oh, okay, so that's right. How much solar do we have up there?
Fixed portion of the roof has 2 kilowatts to 2,000 watts.
Wow.
We also have a pair of slide-out solar awnings that gets you up to about 3 kilowatts.
Wow.
For comparison, like typical American home has 4 to 6 kilowatts. So this is
that's a lot.
This is enormous.
Yeah, I mean, I think about 1,000 will keep up with the AC.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's very useful.
Just with the fixed roof like this, when we go to an outdoor show, and we'll run the air conditioner there.
Yeah.
We typically still end the day with more energy in the battery than when we started.
Well, so in the RV world, especially in the van world, people ask me about that all the time. And typically the vans like mine has 200 watts.
Yeah.
And people think that's going to run stuff. That barely can keep up with what you're consuming, right?
Yeah.
Just having the inverter on. That's a lot though. So about 5,000. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so here.
Layout, it's this is sort of a lounge area, a chill out area during the day. It then transforms or converts into a main bed. The center of the vehicle here is, of course, a dining table. But this dining area will convert down. Oh, somebody better unplug the table.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's a very open feel during the day, and then at night you can have a lot of sleeping space, obviously.
Yep. So there's your double bed. This is kind of the second bed. You might put the kids there, or if you have a guest or something like that.
Or dogs.
Yeah, dogs. Stuff a dog underneath.
Yeah.
We have a not shown in the prototype here, but we'll have a privacy partition that can come down between the two of them. So if you want to close off the front space, visually you can be private.
Yeah, that's great.
In there.
Yeah. And there's a lot of windows I noticed. They're privacy windows. Do those change color, or how does that work?
We over time may offer a switchable glass feature. Looked into it. Very expensive, very it's kind of tough to pull off.
I'd rather just go with old school manual, put some stuff up there. Yeah.
It's gonna be traditional blinds around the front here.
Okay.
Fabric blinds, and then a number of pull down blinds on the main windows on the side here.
Okay.
So you can black out the whole vehicle for for privacy or for sleeping as well, if you're sleeping in a either like a really starry night or if you're in a more urban area.
Yeah, that'll save you some weight too, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
With the glass.
Yeah. Sure.
So I think, is that a soft-sided bag you have up here?
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. So this is these blue rails here are part of a larger. You could call it a sort of a flexible storage system that we've developed. It has kind of a cute name. We call it the Gearage.
Okay.
And so these are the gear rails.
Right.
The gear rails. The idea is, in this case, so you can trade overhead window space for more storage.
Oh, cool.
So we show a duffel, a custom duffel up there, but you could also. You could put your fishing poles or
you could put stuff for dishes and,
even a shelf, something like that. I've had a lot of people who intend to put a projector up there, and then we intend to offer an accessory over time.
Yeah, that would be
nice.
nice.
A projector screen.
Yeah.
Where you can pull it down and project onto the other side, either there.
Yeah, I can think of a ton of stuff that would be, that's a good idea. I agree with that. Also weight saving, and then one of the beauties of having these soft-sided bags, if you can easily take them off, you could take them in the house, pack them ahead of time, and then take them into the trailer when you're ready to go.
Lola?
Yeah, Lola's pointing us somewhere. Does this
An example.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go.
For
Yeah.
instance. gives you a sense. It's about the size of a carry-on, like an airport carry-on.
Yeah.
And you can put, I think, five on the big rail, 3 on the smaller
Yeah.
set of rails there.
Right.
It's pretty good. 8 carry-ons is a lot,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
That's a great idea. So does this lift up? Is there anything to access onto here, storage?
So the foot of the bed pulls out underneath here. It's basically from this point back is your pass-through garage.
Oh, okay.
One other change from this prototype to the production design is we still have it's a tablet-based infotainment system.
Okay.
But the tablet is over on the console
Yeah,
on the
okay.
production design.
Okay.
It just preserves the seating a little more.
So is this going to be something unique software you guys are designing?
Yep.
Or is it going to be Apple, Android? What are we looking at?
In-house design and built.
Okay.
It's call this the Lightship Infotainment system. So the idea is that this is how you either see everything that's happening on board the vehicle or control it from here. So you can do your lights, for instance. Like I can turn on and off
That overhead view looks cool. Looks literally like a ship, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the same shape.
Yeah.
So you do your lighting, your climate control from here.
Okay.
Make sure all the doors and windows are closed
Yeah.
at night or when you're taking
Very
off.
clean UI. I like what you guys have done there. I'm guessing
good.
you've got like someone who's professional at that.
Yeah. No, we hire the best.
Right.
This is how you raise and lower the canopy as well. This, I should say too, we're proud of this because this is the first version of the software, but like any good vehicle that's coming out, we'll be able to push over the air updates so you can keep improving it and kind of taking feedback.
Yeah, that was
from
my next
people.
question. Okay, cool. So you guys have like cellular or something in here that you can connect to if people have issues or they're trying to figure something out.
Yeah, we're
or for the
building a cell
updates.
modem as well. So you can
Cool.
get data to and from it. Your tank status, right? How much more time can I be off grid based on how much water I have in tanks? Same with your energy system. See what everything's happening with the solar and the battery, and then some extra settings.
Yeah.
There.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like that. I
think it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
It's not so wild for a car, but in an RV, this is brand new.
Right. And what I would suggest, just me, if you guys figure out a way to maybe have videos on there, maybe from other users and stuff, make kind of a community thing. So as people are learning, they could share that, and then other people that get on board, they can learn through that, like directly from there.
So you're talking kind of like community education?
Yeah.
Is the idea?
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. So, let's say I got one first and I learned how to do something, and then I made a video of it, it could go up on there, so the next person could just go look at that.
I love that idea.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
What are the tank capacities?
So we haven't released it yet, but I'll just tell you, it'll be enough to go off grid for about a week for for a couple of people or a small family. It's hovering around 50 gallons.
Okay, that's good.
Of fresh, and then similar sized gray and black tank to take all that fresh. And
Are you guys thinking about recycling, cleaning water there, anything like that, filtering it?
Yeah, it's funny, but building a product like this from scratch, you sort of want to do everything.
Right.
And it's
Can't.
Yeah. I was part of our challenge is self-restraint. So it's like, okay, let's not reinvent the wheel everywhere.
Yeah.
Over time, I think we will do some innovative stuff around the water and the plumbing systems, like recirculating showers and all that sort of stuff. Right now, it's a traditional holding tank system, dump and fill.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think you want to keep that. We're going to get to price probably at the end of what it should be.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But I think that you want to, you don't want it to be something that, you're kind of excluding people because it really gets way out there in terms of cost and everything. But also I think that there's people designing these things to be portable all the time. So you might have solutions that come up along the way that are portable and someone could just plug and play that in here. So
like for a water management system, you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, we've got battery things already that are out there. We've got ACs, all that stuff you don't need here, but I think that's the natural progression of all those companies that are out there developing those things.
Yep.
Where eventually you know, your gray water, at least you can run your gray water into something and recycle it, and it's a portable unit.
Yep.
Because that would work great not just in the RV space, but in lots of different places.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Off-grid homes as well.
Yeah,
There's a lot of innovation.
Yeah, emergency use, all that kind of stuff, you know.
I've talked to some people at SEMA who are working on that sort of technology. And
So going back here, we've got some cabinets here. What are these cabinets on the side?
Yeah, I'm neglecting. So wireless charging pad.
Oh, okay.
This is sort of a full bar setup. This is all under cabinet
all
storage
cabinets,
here.
okay.
So talking about like the packing cubes, for instance, you could have a packing cube in here as well. So maybe if you're 4 people in the camper, each person gets their own bin.
Yeah.
You could come in. Probably people will put their clothing here primarily, and you can pack it in, pack it out. You know, wash it in the house, bring it back here for the next trip.
Okay.
And then as you keep going back, trash area. So
I see.
Trash recycling. This is sort of like the kitchen storage and pantry area. So, you know, all of your
utensils.
your dishware,
Pots and pans, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yep. All that sort of stuff. Food pantry down low.
Yeah. Is there a dishwasher in here, or are we going?
Yes. I wonder if you saw that in another tour that I did.
No, I don't think I did.
That's kind of like the best kept secret.
Oh, okay.
It's a full kitchenette. Every appliance is electric, of course. So induction cooktop. These are great. It's super fast. Well controlled cooking.
Yeah. Does that pop out?
This this is meant to be fixed.
Okay.
In place, so it's sort of a part of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Microwave.
Nice. Is it convection?
This one is not the production version. Yeah.
Will be. Okay. Nice. I like the slide out. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people want to cook Toll House cookies in the in the camper, so you need convection.
Yes, absolutely.
Double drawer fridge.
Nice.
Here, right? So you can see all your refrigerated food. This is a separate freezer.
Oh,
here.
okay.
This is just like a junk drawer.
Yeah, obviously, there's only so much stuff you can get under the sink.
Yeah.
But it's still good use of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still put some odds and ends
Yeah.
in there.
Everything counts here.
Big farmhouse sink, and then, like you're saying, Hank, this is
there you go.
You get your 6 settings washer.
Now you actually have to load that thing.
We should, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It shows.
yeah.
Six settings is
Yeah.
a lot of dishes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some people may even actually carry their dishes in here, because you can imagine, you wouldn't have to worry about rattling around and stuff like that, because all the plates can be held in their own slot.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
This is great from a water saving
Absolutely.
standpoint too. You use way less water to
just put it in the dishwasher. Yeah.
Versus
Absolutely.
hand
Yeah.
So that's
And
the whole kitchen
with this
area.
kind of stuff, you never want to do more, take more with you than you need. Because people always ask me, oh, what do I do about all the stuff? I'm like, don't take it with you.
Yeah.
And then add stuff when you need it, or get rid of stuff that you find you just don't need.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that there's, there's enough storage space that sort of anything that you would likely need, there is a spot for it. But it's not like bring everything under the sun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, this looks great.
That's the main section.
So these walls and stuff, obviously these go up and down. Do these have any dual purpose when they are up? Can you? I don't know if you can write and erase on them, if they're magnetic. What's the?
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I thought a whiteboard.
Yeah.
The up front there will have some coat hangers.
Oh, okay.
So you can hang up what have you. We are we're talking about having sort of a pegboard system as well, where you could put some stuff up there. I think the design challenge that we're working through is making that a really seamless thing, so that when it's time to pack up and go,
you can just go.
Yeah, it's like.
So in my electric van, I actually use a lot of stuff from this company called Seasucker, and it's all suction mount.
Oh yeah.
So as long as you have non-porous surfaces, you can just mount a bunch of stuff on there, and you just easily pop them off, and they're pretty strong.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had a bike rack from them.
Yeah. So they're actually here at the show.
Okay.
But they're making a bunch of stuff now, including for RVing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be something to look at.
Okay. Lock that away.
Yeah.
That's the kitchen area. You can see the roof is sloping down a little bit, because this is part of the tapered tail of the vehicle.
Okay.
You probably experienced it through the center section. It is a huge, tall roof.
Yeah.
It's like you don't feel claustrophobic.
Right. Yeah. But even here, it's not bad. Yeah.
Now step into the bathroom.
Bathroom.
This is it's a dry bath setup, right? So I'm standing in the shower area with a rain shower overhead, and then
seems like good space in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get I think part of why it feels so big too is that you have the full bleed mirror. Having a mirror like that
helps.
Really, it really opens up the space, but it's also it's a pretty large bathroom.
RV wise, yes, especially you're going to go to a big RV before you get a lot of room in the bathroom.
Yep.
But yeah, having it back here I think is a good idea. I like the design of it.
Yeah.
You could use the whole thing, like you said, right?
Yep.
Dry shower.
Just enough shoulder width there. Just enough. Some of our design team has worked on airplane bathrooms in the past too, and so you can feel some of that.
Oh, have they? Yeah.
Some of that layout.
That's got to be nice planes, because I've seen some
exactly.
really tight bathrooms on planes.
This is probably high-end planes.
Yes.
And then maybe one other thing to talk about is that the countertop will expand if you're just using this as a if you're not using the shower, if it's just a restroom, then you'll have the more countertop space. It's actually all you may pick this up. It's a lot of recycled material.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you next. Yeah,
this actually has ocean recaptured plastic in it, and then there's a lot of recycled content in the flooring.
Oh, okay.
It's a woven vinyl,
nice.
kind of like a marine floor, which we feel passionate about. Is you should reuse some of those materials when you can.
Yeah.
I think
it's this is a really nice design here that we're looking at. So,
and then the curtain.
oh yeah, you've got some.
Yeah, exactly. So this is your partition.
Oh, okay.
To separate if one person were using the bathroom, the other person could be still showering, and then just some kind of thoughtful storage space for all your soaps and things like that, soaps and razors, etc.
Okay. Yeah. So there wouldn't be any door per se here, but you could probably put some kind of blind.
No, there is. In the show vehicle here, just because people are in and out a lot, we left one door off, but we have it's like a barn style door, or a pocket door, but more barn style door, where it will slide across. To close off this space from the rest.
Yeah.
Will this get the final sink for the bathroom?
No, it gets bigger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're like, what is this? A sink for ants?
I get real messy when I'm brushing my teeth. That's what she's probably thinking about. This is for demo purposes, sort of, right?
Yeah, a little bit. We built this a number of months ago now, and we've made actually it's been good coming to these shows. We get a lot of feedback from people, and have sort of learned what needs to change to make the product better. A couple of maybe noteworthy changes between this and the production design are the sink is a lot deeper, so you're not having to use your baby hands. The bathroom mirror will also have some cabinetry.
Cool.
So you can store stuff behind it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, this is a great design.
Yeah.
Let's go back out this way and probably start to wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about the price.
Yeah.
What price point are you guys looking for? You did say you could put $500 down and reserve a slot?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, really the reason that we've started to show this is because we've opened up a reservation system so people can get their slot in line for a production slot.
Yeah.
The way we're running it is that you go to our website, put down a $500 deposit. It's a refundable deposit, but it gets you your slot. And then we start production at the end of next year, and we'll be ramping production throughout 2025.
Okay.
We build these in America. We build them just north of Denver in Colorado. We're finishing a production facility there right now, and then we'll distribute from Colorado across the states. Starting price for the vehicle is $120.
Okay.
And you can option it up into the 150s, 160s, something like that. The two main types of the product are either the L1 Essential, we call it, which has all electric camping, doesn't have the drive system on board.
Oh, okay.
And then L1 Long Range, which has double the battery pack size and the drive system.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And
that sounds reasonable. That's relatively, considering the battery part of it. That's always going to be what's expensive with this stuff until we get the price down.
We think there's a huge amount of value in that. One thing that's maybe especially interesting about the battery system is that you can, for tax purposes, you can treat your RV as a residence or as a second residence.
Yep.
And so we've opened up a pathway for someone to claim a tax credit, a federal tax credit called the Solar ITC. So you can get You can see all the details on our website, but it's about a $15,000 discount or tax credit that you can claim off of the long range, and then I think it's $7,000 or $8,000 that you get off of the base, and that is coming off of the solar system and the battery pack.
Oh, okay. Are you guys RVIA certified? So in other words, can people go and finance it and everything?
We are not yet, which is largely because we don't have a vehicle in production yet. You have to be a manufacturer in production to have the RVIA
to go through the
cert.
certification process, right?
We are making sure that we'll have financing options for people if you want to finance the camper.
Okay, cool.
It's more accessible.
Yeah, and I think they have some very specific stuff RVIA when it comes to lithium batteries and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure you guys will get all of that worked out by the time we're coming to that. Yeah. So my last question would be, I guess kind of you can put it sort of in investments. How are you guys funding this? Are you guys publicly traded at this point? What's going on with that?
Trying to put in some. we're not yet.
I'll definitely follow you. Yeah.
No, we're a venture-backed company, so we have venture capital investors who've put in money, private investors to fund the business from the start. Okay. We're also looking forward to the day when the company is self-sustaining and our revenue and profit allows us to keep building and growing the business. Okay. We're very grateful to all of our investors. They're making the dream possible. And we want to make it a good investment for them. Right.
Okay, so if folks want to know more about this, where do they go to?
Just I would start at our website. So it's just lightshiprv.com. We're of course on social too, just at LightshipRV. And you can find out a lot more about us. We've got a ton of details online.
Awesome. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Hank.
Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks a lot.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have questions and stuff, you can leave them here or go to the website and we'll do a follow-up with these guys and see how everything goes as it progresses. All right, we'll see you. I hope you guys are enjoying our coverage here at the 2023 SEMA show in Las Vegas. We're out of here. Big thanks to Lola behind the camera. See ya.